Hello, economics students. Today we're going to be looking at the tragedy of the commons. This is a continuation of the discussion of the government's role in the economy. In particular, the tragedy of the commons refers to a negative externality. So let's go first by defining what that means exactly. First of all, the commons is a place or a resource that is held collectively by everyone. So air to breathe, for example. Another example in Minnesota here are many of our lakes are public lakes, such as Lake Mille Lacs or Mille Lacs Lake, as some prefer to call it. Now, the tragedy is when an overuse of resources of whatever this commons is leads to a depletion of fish, for example, in Mille Lacs Lake, of erosion of soil or land, or the loss of something like clean air. So in Minnesota, the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources has regulated fishing on Mille Lacs Lake. In particular, they have set limits for the number of fish that you can take. They have instituted catch and release programs. You need a fishing permit, etc. And that's something that I'm sure if you're a fisher person, if you are somebody that does fishing, you are quite aware of those rules. So what are some other examples of the commons? This is something I just want you to think about. If you were in class, we would be doing a pair deck. And, what is something else that we use, but we don't really pay for it? So lakes are an obvious example. And parks, ozone, lighthouses, rivers, air, these are all examples of commons. What can the government do to minimize negative externalities? They can institute regulations, for example, on auto emissions. They can require permits for hunting or fishing. They can require, or international agreements can be made to limit how much emissions are put into the atmosphere to help with the climate change. And or they can create quotas that a person or an organization has that can take, a certain number of deer or a certain amount of coal or whatever the resource may be. So the government is really involved in helping to minimize the negative externalities and even transforming them into positive externalities. A really good example is the Mississippi River. Now, this is not going to be your assignment for today, but for tomorrow, actually. I'm going to have you read the case study on the tragedy of the commons, the Mississippi River in particular, and identify the commons, identify the tragedy, and who or what was being damaged, and who likely paid for the change. And then read the link that I have on Schoology about the Friends of the Mississippi River project and what they have suggested to protect the precious commons of the Mississippi River. So that is going to be tomorrow's assignment. But today's assignment is going to be to watch this video and to also watch the Khan Academy video that's linked in the folder. And then what I'd like you to do to think about tomorrow, after you look at the Mississippi River, is think about what some positive externalities are that resulted from the Friends of the Mississippi River project. So this is really all I have to say. I want you to watch that Khan Academy video and to answer the questions that I give you for your ABA for today, and then do the Mississippi River tomorrow. Thank you.